Welcome back to the channel. Tommy here with Sinister Productions, bringing you guys another vlog. Today is the day I am actually going to be installing my Fortunato coilovers onto my R32 Skyline. Oh, son, Jesus. Anyway, so coilovers, R32 Skyline, Fortunato. You guys know what's up. We're going to be installing that today in my garage. And hopefully it all goes well. It's the first time I've ever done coilovers, so I'm going to try to wing this on my own. Heard it's not too difficult on these cars. I just need to make sure I get the preload set right and then adjustments set right. But the actual install shouldn't be too horrible. Somebody knock on wood, because every time I say that, something bad happens. We're going to go ahead, fire up the Mustang, get that out of the garage, center up the Skyline, and break out the jacks, jack stands, tools, all that good stuff. So hold tight. I'm going to do a cold start on Sinister right now. And now we're going to do a cold start on the Skyline. Hell of a lot quieter. Alright, now that we have the Skyline all centered up in the garage, I can actually go ahead and start pulling some stuff apart. I got to jack it up, obviously, get the wheels off the ground, put it on, put it on jack stands, get the wheels off the car. Dogs are barking. So anyway, we are here. I'm going to go ahead and take the wheels, well, obviously, got to jack the car up. Get it on jack stands all the way around. I'm going to take the wheels off the car, and then I'm going to figure out exactly what I need to do. I need to go ahead and preload the Fortunato coilovers, obviously before I put them in the car, and then we can do some adjustments and all that good stuff. So hold tight. Probably going to switch, put the GoPro on the head camera or on the head strap, so that way you guys can kind of see what I'm doing as I'm doing it, and then we're going to go from there. I just set the preload on the Fortunato coilovers. You just have to measure. It's a 7-inch spring, so you have to make sure you measure, use a tape measure or whatever. Hold on. Measure it out to where it's like 6 7/8 of an inch on the Skyline. So you want to make sure that is at the right measurement there, which they are, so they don't get bound up or anything like that, so that way they have the correct travel. But I've already got the wheel off, the car's already on jack stands, and we're getting ready to pull out the factory struts out of here, which there is literally one bolt right there that you have to pull that out, and then you come up here to the top, and you got the 2 bolts right there. So fairly simple. Knock on wood again, because we all know how that goes whenever we say something is simple. So, all right, wish me luck. Here we go. All right, so attempt to take this 19 off with just a regular ratchet. I doubt it's going to work, but I will go grab my, let's see, I had PB Blaster around here somewhere. I don't know where I put it. You know what? Nope, not in that bag. Set it back here. Nope, that's tire shine. Interesting. Oh, there we go. PB Blaster. Alright, so we're going to take some PB Blaster and spray it on these studs and these nuts first before we do anything else. That way, hopefully, we won't have any issue pulling this off. All right, out comes the breaker bar. If I can fit it in there. Oop. It sucks being old and having to get up and down to get tools and parts and things. All right, let's see if we can get this. Shit, I don't even know if we got enough room for a breaker bar in here. There we go. Should be able to get that loose now. So I have not taken the top bolts off yet because I want to make sure it doesn't fall, just fall down. I want to get this bottom nut off and then get that washer off like so. Set that off to the side, and that does swing freely, so that's good. So now we're going to take our 14 millimeter, put it on the ratchet. Let me find the other ratchet, and go up top. I'm loosening these bolts up here. And I'm kind of reach down underneath and grab it so that way it doesn't just fall out. Uh-oh. Aha. Woo! Thank goodness. All right. Don't want to lose those. Don't want to be so reckless with them. All right, put those there. I'm going to reach under here, just slide that out, and bam. There is the factory, gasket. There's the factory strut. Looks like the original one too. Well, it's only got 26,000 miles on it. So we're going to set this off to the side. Set it over here because later on that may actually go back on the car. So I don't want to misplace any of this stuff. I'm going to save the stock suspension off of it. Because like I said, when I get the GTR, this may go back to stock. Depends on what the wife wants. So, all right, so I am going to get some, sorry, I'm a little bit out of breath because of being fat, but get some brake clean, spray all that off, clean it up a little bit. Sorry if all you're seeing is the fender, because again, I do have this on the top of my head. So, yeah. All right, and we're gonna come over here. This is one of the fronts. So, I pull these little rubber caps off that, loosen these bolts, Set those to the side. And actually untie wrap these. Put that spacer on right there. And I'm going to lower this back down just a little bit. And then what I'll do is I will measure once I get this up here. I want to see how far this cup actually comes off. I mean, it's got a lot of travel. Okay. All right, so we got the one coilover in. I've measured it all out. I got the preload set, and there she is in all her glory. Let me put a little bit of light in there so you can kind of see. But yep, that's the coilover right there. It is fully adjusted right now where I want it. I got that right there. Bolts are in. It's got the adjustment on top. And now we're going to move to the other side. All right, so I've actually already done the passenger side, which is the left side of the car. I've got both front done now. I've got a mock-up adjustment. I have not put it on the ground yet because I'm actually getting ready to do the backs. But I have got both sides of the front done. And looking pretty even. I won't know until I actually get on the ground, then I'll have to measure it better. But I'm getting ready to jump on the backs. The backs are not horrible. You just got to be very careful when you pull these apart because they are 27 years old and they're kind of brittle. But essentially, you just go in back here. It's kind of hard to see. I don't have a light over here, but those are where the bolts are for the rear strut towers on both sides of the car. Pretty simple to get to. Just got to be very careful with the interior trim here as to not damage any of it. So as far as that goes, I mean, just like the fronts, it's pretty straightforward. It's right there, and then it just unbolts from right here. Not too bad on both sides. So we're going to get these rear ones, make sure the preload is set perfect on these, and then I'm going to adjust them and put them on the car. All right, guys, so I have got the back on. I apologize. I didn't actually do a step-by-step process for the rear. It was a little bit more difficult than the front just because you got the wishbone suspension there. So you kind of got to maneuver the old strut, which is now boxed up in the other Fortune Auto box. But anyway, so you kind of have to maneuver the strut through the wishbone and then pull it out. It's really not that bad. So I got the backs on. I did soften it up altogether. I did measure the actual collar to collar, so that way I try to get it as even as I possibly could. And first shot, I did pretty damn good. I probably got to do a little bit of adjustment, but really, honestly, not a lot. So I'm super stoked. Car's a lot lower. I set it all with a soft to kind of get it, to see how it does, and it rides really smooth. Huge shout out to Fortune Auto for building such a quality part. I really appreciate it. Huge shout out to Devin, man. Really, thanks for looking out for me on getting these done in such a timely manner. So she's getting ready for Hyperfest, guys. So the only thing I think left to do now is throw some wheels on the car. So she's lowered, she's got exhaust. I might do the downpipe later on, but right now I'm okay with it. Got my gauges hooked up and all that other stuff. So
She's looking good. I'm gonna do some side-by-side shots tomorrow, so I'm gonna take it somewhere nice and get some pictures during the daylight. Hopefully I get some sun tomorrow, and I can get some good pictures and more video and add that into the, you know, do a walk around of how she looks now. So go ahead and clean up my mess here. And yeah, started cleaning up my mess in the garage, but day number 2. I'm actually going to pull the car out, take it for a little bit of a drive, but before I do that, I'm going to pull the Mustang out. I'm going to go over the bolts because I did drive it last night. Just want to double check, make sure everything's nice and tight. Alright guys, I am back and we are going for a ride in the Skyline just to run up the street, just so I can actually give you guys a first-person shot of what it is to drive or ride in a Skyline R32. It's a little bouncy. This road is under construction, so anyway, I'm gonna ride up here to the spot that I know and gonna get some like all-around walk around shots of the car, just so you guys can kind of see what it looks like now that it's lowered. All right guys, so we are here now at the spot you guys I'm sure all recognize, and here is the R32 Skyline now that she's been lowered. I didn't go too low with it. Like I said, it is gonna be, I want to be able to drive it every day. I can essentially barely fit 2 fingers in, haha, all the way around. But she is coming along nicely. I am super stoked how far this thing has come in a month. Again, huge shout out to Fortunato, Devin, appreciate it, man. And yeah, I think that's gonna do it. All right guys, that's gonna be it for this vlog. I really appreciate you guys watching. Like, subscribe, hit the bell. A lot more content coming up. We do need to put wheels in the car before Hyperfest. Keep it tuned. We'll see you guys on the next one. Later.
Everybody wanna play me, everybody wanna change me. Nobody ever gonna phase me. No fake accounts like KD, doing the shit that I want to. Nobody